Hey guys, MeLikeBigBoom here, and welcome to another map showcase. Today's map is a recreation of Chernarus from DayZ. It is pretty much a replica. I mean, if you look at this map, here is the Chernarus map in Unturned, and over here on the right is the real Chernarus map in DayZ. I think it's very cool that Thorgon, the creator of this map, recreated the map from DayZ in Unturned, so that way you can almost kind of play DayZ in Unturned, especially with a lot of the mechanics being similar between both of those games. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I haven't played much of DayZ at all. I mean, I've logged like 70 minutes on it, and all of that was pretty much running around and dying. So I don't really have much experience when it comes to these locations and how close they are to the actual real counterparts. You guys should definitely comment those down below, you DayZ players. But from a side-by-side comparison between the map and the real map, at least from the overhead view and at least from the height map, they are extremely similar. And even if the major locations themselves aren't perfectly replicated, I'm sure the flow of the map and how many players you come across will be pretty similar across both games. In this video, I'm going to basically, I mean, it's a huge map, so I'm not going to be able to go to all the locations, but I think I'm going to stop by Electro and Cherno, or however you want to call it, and then we'll go up to the Airbase up north, and we will try out Berezino, and we'll try out some of the small towns, maybe the Traitor Outpost and Zeleno, or however you want to say that. But as of right now, we are right by Electro, so we'll just kind of walk on through here. So in here we have a crossroad here, with this major road going through here. Some residential buildings, car spawned right here, that's pretty nice. And over there is Electro, downtown Electro I should say. I'll get in this car and we'll drive on down there. Some oil derricks over there, some cranes. Very cool. Guardrail. And it does have a railroad system going through it, just like in DayZ. So if you look at the map real quick, you can see that we have these roads, but the lighter colored roads that seem a bit thinner are actually railroads. So you can see that there's a railroad running across this road all the way over there, crosses across the road a few times, and essentially follows the road, which is pretty cool, just like in DayZ as well. Very interesting. We got a hangar over here, some buildings, some fences, destroyed buildings. I'm mostly just going to drive through this so that way you DayZ players can admire how close this is to the DayZ map itself, because I feel like I mean, I kind of remember Cherno walking through that, so I will be able to play around on that. I think this is all kind of coming to me. I think I have actually spawned on the beach over there in DayZ, walked across here, and then walked along this road all the way down until eventually I reached Cherno, and I kind of spent some time in Cherno and eventually died. But overall, I mean, the look of the map and the terrain definitely does feel like DayZ. So I mean, as long as they got the feel of the map correct, that's really what matters most. And I believe we are approaching Cherno right now, with all of its high rises and such. And if we head on in here, I believe this is where I spent most of my time, inside these little high rises all throughout here. Yeah, this definitely is a lot like it. I spent a lot of time in these buildings here. That's pretty cool. I mean, I would say I would appreciate a bit more detail, like, you know, if you go back here, a bit more detailed models inside these alleyways, and maybe like back here where this, like in this area right here. But you also have to keep in mind, well, one, it's a work in progress. I mean, we're missing some buildings here. We also have to keep in mind the size of this map. I mean, of course there's going to be some unfurnished buildings, but for the most part, I mean, getting the locations, the formatting of the roads is the hard part, and he got that down pretty good. Since it's such a long drive up to the airbase, I think I'm just going to teleport over there, and we'll have to check that out. It seems pretty completed, actually. I have never actually made it over here in DayZ, and I would imagine that I never really would be able— Wait a second, I have! This is all coming to me. This is very close. I don't remember airplanes spawning here when I was here, but I definitely do— Yes! I have most definitely gone to the actually to the airport, and when I was actually here, I didn't find much of anything. But I remember going through these tents. This is actually very close to it. That's very cool. I ended up going in here in DayZ and searching through these tents, not finding much of anything. Checking the fire stations here, which I don't remember it like actually being a fire station. I don't quite remember, but I remember going in these hangars and getting shot in there by a person. But I mean, yeah, format of here is pretty nice, and I think the layout of this airport is very cool. I think in just Unturned maps in general, people should make airports this big. I think that'd be pretty cool. Having massive amounts of tents in the front and having huge runways rather than kind of small little airports like in PEI. But for the most part, this looks pretty cool. I mean, overall, all these locations could use a bit more detail, but once again, I mean, this area is pretty detailed. That's pretty cool. But once again, it's just a huge map, and that's one thing that you have to consider. Anyway, that was the airport. Now let's go check out the air base. Alright, we're here at the air base. Now I know for a fact I've never actually been to the air base before, and I doubt I ever will be. It would seem like it would be a heavily guarded area. So this is really something for you guys to check out and see how close it is. It looks like this place was built with the road material, not road paths. And I think that might actually be the better way of going at it. It's actually so huge, it's kind of hard to get the whole picture here, but we have 3 hangars here, 3 hangars there for a total of 6. Little guard outpost here, 3 little barracks here, 3 large hangars here with an airplane right there, and what appears to be an airplane crash right here, but we can go ahead and check real quick. There's some zombie spawns here, APC destroyed. And up at the top, a tank and maybe a meteor crash or something. Or what's left of an airplane crash. And then we've got the little air traffic control tower with some fuel tanks. Yeah, pretty cool. We are now at the Traitor Outpost. I was unaware that a Traitor Outpost existed in DayZ, so this might just be an Unturned exclusive, but once again, don't take my word on that. But this whole place is a bunch of storage crates, or these, whatever, shipping crates, that's what you call them, and some little fuel can and some air conditioning units and a telephone pole to kind of be maybe like a makeshift radio broadcast tower. We've got a well, a helicopter up there, helicopter pad, cement median things right here, and then a gate out front to keep the zombies out and make sure that the people coming in are friendly people. Lastly, we are here at, I believe, Zereno? Either Zereno or Zeleno. It looks like we have a junkyard here. Pretty cool. A church back there, some residential buildings, gas station out there. Need to find a car. Some military tents and medical tents out front. Over here on the left. Wrecked APCs, all that stuff. Gas station. A little bit of a farm here. Pretty cool. It's a pretty small town. And I actually think one last place that we're going to look at is this Devil's Castle. It's definitely something that catches my eye, the name at least. And this entrance definitely does look pretty devilish. Have the curved walls. That's pretty cool. So out front, pretty menacing entrance with a broken wall. I didn't know that was in the game. So he made like this structure out of walls. That's pretty cool. You can walk up like that. This whole building actually looks like a building, but it's made completely out of walls. That's awesome. So it's got this front little outpost here. You can shoot at people, look around. Nice, and I believe it's just reversed on the other side. Yep. Except this break goes all the way up to the ceiling. And it's all around a castle. Interesting. I haven't heard much about this in DayZ, so no guarantees there. There's a military tent here, but it spawned medical stuff and military stuff here. Helicopter crash, a well, fuel tank, and helicopter pad. And inside the castle, which is just a preset object, so I wouldn't imagine there'd be too much done to the castle. Yeah, just some places to look out. I'm assuming that this would probably be another one of these trading outposts, though there isn't much, there isn't as much protection. I mean, there's several entrances to this place, so it'd be a pretty challenging place to guard. But it could be pretty interesting to build your house here. But anyway, I didn't actually quite go to all the locations here. I wanted to make this video reasonably long. Unfortunately, I haven't played much of DayZ, so I can't really truly admire this map as much as I would like to. Though when it comes to replications, I do find it very cool to kind of walk through and look at a map reimagined in a different art style or in a different game as a whole. It's just pretty cool to look at that. So you DayZ players should comment down below the accuracy of this map. I mean, aside from what's missing, but from what's there, if it's placed there correctly, if the formatting or if the roads all feels like DayZ, if you play on it, does it do a pretty good job of replicating the same feeling as if you were playing DayZ? You should comment that down below. I think this map as a whole, since DayZ is so popular, I feel like this would flow very well. So I think it'd also be pretty interesting to see some massive servers running this map, you know, running 64 player servers like this. I think that'd be awesome to play on a map of this size. Anyway, this map is both on mods-unturned.com and on the Steam Workshop, though I believe if you get it off the Steam Workshop, it will be a bit more updated than the mods-unturned, because it will automatically update it to your machines, where he would have to manually do it on mods-unturned. But if you're having trouble with the Steam Workshop, you can just download it on mods-unturned.com. It's created by Thorgon. So Thorgon, if you're watching this, awesome job on the map. I will put both the download links in the description down below. Just keep in mind that on the Steam download link, you'll need to sign in on your Steam account in order to get access to the Steam Workshop file, as it's not a public thing. The workshop is still in beta, so you won't immediately be able to get access to that link. But anyway, that is all I have for now for today's map showcase. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and do all that gibberish, because MeLikeBigBoom is out.